Hey YT fam, it's your girl Monica and I am coming at you guys with a tag video today. Now today's video tag is going to be the boasting about blush, and I'm super excited about this one because if you know me or have followed me for a while, you know that I love myself some blush. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I do have the questions on my phone, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking down at the questions. And there's 9 questions to this tag, and I'd seen this tag floating around the YT, and I said I just wanted to take part. So the first question is, how many blushes do you own? For the sake of this video, I did count my blushes, and I have 155 blushes. Yes, for this one face, I have 155 blushes, but I guess in my defense, I'll say that 3 of them are pre-made palettes, so 3 of them had 10 blushes in it, but I counted them as singles, so. But, anywho's, yes, that's the naked truth. Next question is, what is your favorite blush? Now, I will have to say I did go ahead and pull my blushes so to make the video easier and not so long. I would have to say that my favorite blush out of all the blushes that I own is NARS Liberté. I could wear this blush every day. I actually have it on right now. The lighting, of course, you know I struggle with the lighting, so my lighting kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm wearing NARS Liberté now. That is how it looks. It is a matte corally orange blush that is my absolute favorite. I love it. Love it, love it. Next question is, do you use cream or powder? I definitely use powder. I only own 1 cream blush. Well, I actually own 2 of this same blush. One is for me and one is in my kit. I don't know how, but this is a Stila blush, and as you can see, it hasn't even been used, swatched, or anything. So, yeah, I'm definitely a powder girl. Next question is, favorite blush from the drugstore and high-end? My favorite one from the drugstore, I could not narrow it down, you guys. I couldn't narrow it down to just one. So, I'm going to show you the ones that I pulled that I consider my favorite ones from the drugstore, and it's 2 of them. The first one would be Black Radiance Toasted Almond, and it looks like that right there. Probably could kind of be a sister blush to NARS Liberté. Let me swatch them and see. See if I swatch them side by side what I come up with. Wow. They are in essence the same blush. So if you guys don't have NARS Liberté, save your money because it swatches just like Black Radiance Toasted Almond. So I guess that just reiterates the fact that I really like Liberté because of that blush right there. And then the next one was a Milani blush that you could probably not even get your hands on anymore. It was from their mineral line. It looked like this, and it was Sunset Beach. And I have abused this blush. Like, and it follows that same theme of that orangey look for Liberté and Toasted Almond. So, yeah, those 2 would be my favorite drugstore blushes. So, let's see what the next question is. It is most overrated blush. Easy. Hated it. I absolutely do not see what people see in Taj Mahal. Like, it does absolutely nothing for me personally. I don't like the high glaze shimmer in it. It does nothing for me. I just don't like it. I don't like the goldy undertones underneath the orange, I guess. But I would say that Taj Mahal, in my opinion, was definitely overrated. Most underrated blush. my opinion, the most underrated blush, and they do get a little hype. People can see the appreciation for these blushes, but you don't hear about them being talked about that much. Blushes and the black, I think these are also some black radiance blushes right here. The line that was square before, and then the Wet n Wild. Yeah, I would say that, you know, these are the most underrated to me. Like I say, people seem to like Heather Silk, Berry Shimmer, those from Wet n Wild, but you don't really hear a lot of talk about these blushes. People are doing their own thing. And another one I pulled out was by MAC, and this one did not get a lot of love. Like, people didn't run out and think they needed to have this one, but this is an absolutely gorgeous blush. MAC Fleet Fast that came out with the Hey Sailor collection. It definitely is women of color friendly, and it looks amazing up against the skin. So I think that this one definitely didn't get the hype that it deserved. Blush that is worth all of the hype. I picked 3 for this. I couldn't narrow it down to just one. I did pick out 3 blushes, 2 of them being MAC. The first one I think that's worth all the hype is Sweetest Cocoa. Anytime you hear someone say that Sweetest Cocoa looks gorgeous against women of color skin, that it's a must-have for women of color, any skin tone can wear Sweetest Cocoa, especially darker complexions. I'm an NW45, truly a NW45, not just what they match me with. 8.0 in Matchmaster, Cappuccino in Revlon products. Yeah, and this, for somebody darker complected than me, can wear the mess out of Sweetest Cocoa. That's what made me buy it, was when one of my coworkers who was of darker complexion, I'm like, oh my God, what is that blush? And she told me it was Sweetest Cocoa, and I ran out and picked it up. So yeah, anybody can wear this one. And then Fever by MAC is another one that I feel, in my opinion, is a must-have. Now, Fever falls along the lines of Toasted Almond, a little bit of the Liberté action, but I still think that that's one that everybody should own. And I really wish my lighting wasn't, you know, washing the colors out. And then I'd have to say the infamous Cargo blush in Laguna. It's definitely worth the hype. And definitely go out and purchase it. I thought I had purchased it early on in my makeup collection, but I purchased Rome by mistake, Rome by Cargo, and it was the one with shimmer. But yeah, Laguna is definitely worth every ounce of the hype. I think the next question, my phone went out, hold on. The next question is 5 blushes that everyone should have. Okay, first and foremost, I would say that the first blush would be Red Brown, and this is a Ben Nye blush. Again, it falls in the line of that same look that I like in a blush, but it looks so yummy against the skin. Like, that's it right there. So yummy against the skin. And it's definitely what it says, Red Brown. It gives you just the nicest little wash of color. And you guys have seen me talk about this in a previous video. And I have pictures on Instagram with me actually wearing the blush. But yeah, I think everyone should own Ben Nye Red Brown. I think everyone should own Amber and Rose by MAC. It's a theme. I guess I didn't know I had a thing for that same color family of blushes. Even though I have blushes that range in every color, I guess I'm just drawn to that type. I honestly think that everybody should own Cinnamon by NYX. It is a pretty orange blush. I prefer cinnamon, definitely prefer cinnamon over Taj Mahal, in which there's something different because cinnamon is, you know, matte. I actually have that Mosaic blush by NYX that people were saying was a dupe for Taj Mahal, and I prefer that one over actual Taj Mahal. I think everyone should own e.l.f. Gotta Glow or either NARS Albatross. Mine is a mess because it gets used, as you can see. I think everybody should own this. It's labeled as a blush, but of course you guys know in the makeup world we use it as a highlight. We use it as a highlight underneath the brow bone. Thanks to Platinum D, I love using it that way, and we use it as a, you know, cheek highlight. But everybody should own it. It looks white, and of course you guys know it swatches a golden color. So I think everybody should own that. And then another thing I think everybody should own is the Coastal Scents Blush 2 palette. This palette is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I hate that it looks a mess, but at least you can tell it's used. This is an absolutely gorgeous palette. Every color in there looks amazing on the skin. The color pigmentation is crazy. I'm just swatching a few of them for you so you can see. Crazy pigmentation in the payoff of this, and I think you can catch it on sale sometimes for like $9, or it's not expensive at all. So I think everybody should own that palette. And I think that the last question is blushes that I have on my wish list. Yeah, your blush wish list. Being as that I own as many blushes that I do, I have no business having a blush wish list. But I would have to say, if there was anything that I wanted to add to my collection, it would probably be I would want to play a little bit more in the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. I have 2 in my collection, and maybe, you know, try a Tom Ford blush, or, you know, I have at the CCO played around with the Estee Lauder blushes and convinced myself that I didn't need them. But I would probably add a couple of those to my collection. But other than that, I can't say that I have an extensive list. Those are not something I'm running out to buy. Yeah, if I had to add some to my collection. Because I don't even think at this present time I have any previous blushes on my MAC wish list that I haven't been able to find. So yeah, so that's it. That is it for the tag, you guys. This was fun for me. It was fun for me to pull out and see what it is that, you know, I really like in my collection. I've learned that I kind of like the same thing as far as blushes go, so I don't need any more orangey, corally. Those family blushes, don't need any more blushes, period. But anyways, this was really, really fun. I tag everyone that finds this interesting to do this video. Like I said, I've seen a couple of ladies that I'm subscribed to do this tag, so and they tagged everyone, so I took advantage of it. So I'm gonna tag all of you guys, and thank you so much for watching. And remember, like I always say, if they can't handle you at your worst, they don't deserve you at your best. Bye bye.